Hey guys, it's Sarah. Let's talk about books. Okay, let's talk about buying books and what I am changing in 2020. I touched on this a little bit in a few videos recently about how I have an overwhelming amount of unread books on my shelves, and I've gone back and forth about being stressed out about it. I was stressed out for a little bit, and then I wasn't, and then I got some books off my shelves, and then I wasn't so stressed out, and I counted and blah, blah, blah. And so it's been a little bit of a roller coaster for me, but I'm in a good place right now. I have kind of a rough number of how many unread books I have on my shelves, and I have a plan moving forward. Okay, so a lot of this also stemmed from the fact that we are moving next summer. Everything is official. I haven't said anything about like where or when or whatever because nothing was officially official yet, but now it is. We have the paperwork, everything's good. So we are going to be moving to Rhode Island in the summer of next year. My husband's going to be doing a school out there. So we're going to be there for 1 year for sure, maybe 2. It depends on how everything goes as far as his schooling and stuff, but definitely for a year. After that, we'll just have to see what else he gets into and all that stuff. But so we're officially moving to Rhode Island next summer, probably like late June, early July is when we'll probably be heading out. And I have to move all these books. When we moved to Florida, we had 19 boxes full of books. That's a lot. I'd like to have less than that. However, I have more books now than I did when we moved here. So I have some work to do. Now, I had to come up with a system for this because I need to stop buying books. I've been going a little bit crazy lately buying books, but so I'm officially like, I have set rules for myself. I have set limitations. I have goals, and all of these things are things I want to do before we move. So basically from now until the end of June, which is the next 6 months. Okay, so let's start with how many books I own that I have not read yet. And that number is roughly 700 books. I have gone through and unhauled some books, and I'll do an unhaul video as well. That'll be coming up here soon, probably in the next week or so. I'll show you an unhaul of just things I've gotten rid of. I have already gotten rid of them. They are already donated, so I won't be able to send any to you guys. I'm sorry about that, but I needed to get them out, basically. And that helped, definitely. That made me feel good, made a little bit more room on my shelves. And I was very realistic with myself about whether or not I'm actually going to read these books or not. And some of them I said, you know what, I'm just not interested anymore. And that's okay. It's okay to get books that you are very interested in at the time, but the longer they sit on my shelves, the less interested I can be in them. And that was the case with some of those. So after bringing some books in, getting some books out, I am to a point now where I am ready to say, I am on a book buying ban. Now, does that mean I'm not going to have any book hauls or no books are going to be coming into my house? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I am not going to be going out with the intention of buying books. I'm not going to go to Goodwill. I'm not going to be on Book Outlet. I'm not going to go to Books A Million. I'm not going to be doing that kind of stuff for the next 6 months. The reason is I need to get rid of some of these books, and I need to read what I have, and I need to get some books off my shelves. I need to read some books and then most likely unhaul them unless they're absolute favorites, which very well could happen. But I need to be very diligent about doing that because I want to, number one, make room on my shelves. I do have piles of books on my floor. And number two, just clear some out before we move because I don't want to move that many books across the country again. And so this was kind of a good jumping point for me to say, okay, you can do this for 6 months, Sarah. It's not an entire year. It's not until I read everything off my shelves because that would be years and years and years for me. But it's a long enough time that I can make a good dent in what I have. And it's a short enough time that I don't feel like it's unrealistic for me. Now, what does that mean about book hauls? So I'll probably have book hauls a little bit on my channel still, but they're going to be books that are sent to me by publishers. I'm going to be very picky about what I personally accept. And then I also get some unsolicited, so I don't have control over that. If it's something that I'm genuinely interested in, I will hang on to it and try to read it. If it's something I'm not interested in, it automatically goes into an unhaul pile, and I don't even show it on my channel. So it just depends on what's going to be coming in for that. I also do randomly get books as gifts, and I don't have control over that either. So anything that is sent my way will also be shown as well. And usually if it's a gift, it's something off my wish list. So it's definitely something I'm interested in. So I'm sure some of that will be happening as well at some point in the next 6 months. But other than that, that's it. Those are going to be my book hauls because I'm just not going to be personally going out and purchasing books for myself. The only exception I'm going to allow myself is if I am currently reading a series and I'm reading my way through it and I need more books in that series and I know it's something I want to have on my shelves. That's the only exception. And that's going to be a very big exception because I have to make sure it's something that I want on my shelves for the long haul. I'm not going to buy it if I don't want to keep it permanently. If it's something I'm just mildly enjoying and I want to keep going, I'll go get it from the library. Does that make sense? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also do have a couple pre-orders already in the books. I think there's going to be at least 3 that I know of that I'm going to want to pre-order. But that's throughout the whole year so far. I don't know if there's going to be any more coming out that I might want to grab. I don't know if Colleen Hoover has another book coming out. If she does, I'll probably get that. But other than that, yeah. So we'll see about that. But they are definitely books that, they're authors that are my favorites, and I'm going to read those books, very soon after they come out type thing. But there's only 3. So as of right now for the entire year. So we'll see how all that goes. So that is going to be what my hauls look like. They're going to be much, much smaller. I'm not going to be hauling 25 books a month. And I need to have that discipline in myself to not go to Goodwill because I'm going to get urges. I know I'm going to get urges. I know we'll be going into Books A Million every so often just because, my children love that store. My husband goes in sometimes as well. So I know I'll be in there, but I can be in there and I can walk out without anything. I can do it. I've done it before. I'm just going to have to stay strong. So, but this is really important to me. It really is to read what I'm buying and to read what I have because I have so much. I would love to just dwindle this down big time. So I will do a follow-up right before we move. So we're going to start, I'm going to have the number 700. That's going to be my starting point right now. And I will let you know what my number is right before we move and see how many books I can get off of my TBR by then. And I may unhaul some more along the way. I may DNF some books along the way. We'll see how it goes. And it'll be interesting to see what that number is 6 months from now, basically. So that is my plan moving forward. Now, I did have a couple questions about how did my read 10 before I can buy more books little project work out, and I was going to do a follow-up for that. It didn't work. I just kept buying books and I didn't even think about, I was writing them down, but I was still I would read 10 and then I would buy 20. So there was no point in that one, to be honest with you. That project didn't really work out for me. It wasn't something that helped. And that's okay. That happens. So that's how that went. And I think this system is going to be much better. I just need to stop buying books basically for myself and just let anything that comes in be, gifts or publisher sent or whatever, and just let that be it. So I have a lot. And every time I want to go book shopping, I need to remind myself that I have a lot. Shop your shelves. Shop your shelves, Sarah. You have tons of books on your shelves. You have an entire small little independent bookstore in your house. Shop there and pick up something. So that's what I need to do. And all right, that's going to be what's happening for 2020, at least for the first half of the year for sure. And yeah, that's how everything's going to be going. So wish me luck, and I hope that I can make a big dent. I'm not really concerned about the not shopping thing because I really truly am at a point right now where I just have a lot, and I'm recognizing that, and I need to stop. So I'm not really concerned about that. I just want to make sure that I make it worth it, and that I make a big dent in my shelves by not shopping and buying more books and adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, because that's all that's happening right now. So, all right, that is it for me. Let me know your book buying strategies. Do you have any? Are you changing anything up for 2020? And I would love to know all that stuff down below. If you have any more tips for me, let me know as well. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.